happy full moon inspirational team meditation. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in, for being here, for adding your energy, for being a part of the team, for connecting with community. We are going to be going into another one of our inspirational team meditations. Once again, another opportunity for us to be able to come together, for us to be able to level up. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. As per usual, we're just going to take an extra few moments here just to be able to give people the opportunity to be able to join. So if you are tuned in live right at this moment, go ahead, get yourself comfortable, get your water, get your yoga mat ready, get your pillows, get your massage tools, get your body moving. You can just begin just with some simple stretches. We're going to run through our regular meditation routine. For today's meditation, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the chakra practice meditation. I know before some of you are like, tune in, you're like, but Brendan, you always say that, and then we always run out of time. But for this one, it's going to happen. So again, at this moment in the practice, we're just going to begin just by moving the body, just by listening to the body. We're going to begin massaging the body in the next couple moments, and from there we'll drop into some basic mindfulness practice. We'll just practice using our breath to be able to drop into that place of centeredness, to drop into that space of oneness, and then from there we will go into our movement exercise. We'll do our laughter yoga, and then from there we'll go into our sound exercise, like our vocalization. Then from there we'll go into our chakra practice, and we're going to spend a little bit more time with the chakra practice for today. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. If you're tuned in on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, if this is your first time join in, go ahead and drop an 1111 in the chat. Again, we do these broadcasts Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as I mentioned, today's an extra special full moon edition. So as everybody's just getting situated and joining, happy full moon to everybody who is here. Let's use this full moon energy to like cultivate even more focus, to cultivate even more inspiration. By the power of the moon, we shall level up and shift consciousness. Woo! So awesome. All right. So again, as we're just here, just begin by massaging the body. Listen to your body at this moment. Where do you need to be able to just like bring a little bit more attention to, bring a little bit more gratitude to, bring a little bit more love to? So again, just running through your body, using your thumbs, using your fingers, whatever appendages you want to be able to use, and just giving yourself either a gentle massage. It can be like very light, or it can even just be like a deeper massage, really encouraging you to kind of like dig in deep to the fascia, help release any sort of like excess tension that is built up there. And again, just in doing this is helping us like open up the energy channels, which is allowing our body to relax, which is going to make it easier for us to be able to do the other meditations. You know, like if your body's like kind of tense and then you're trying to focus on your breath, it's like you're kind of like you're skipping a step. So let's take that very important step to just be able to bring attention to our body, just begin loosening it up. Again, if it's your first time here, go ahead and drop a 333 in the chat. And special thank you to those of you who are here for the first time, and for those of you who have joined in before. Thank you for like welcoming the community, being welcoming as a community, because we're always going to have new people, new members in the community joining in. So again, at this point, regular routine, just begin massaging your body. We'll work our way all the way down to our feet and eventually all the way up to our face, and we'll do some EFT tapping. Again, it was kind of cool. I on my video for the EFT tapping, that's when we do like the tapping like this, and we focus on the mantras and the affirmations and everything like that. And again, as we're doing this, keep massaging yourself. Again, we're just kind of like chit-chatting. We're just hanging out. We're just kind of like stretching, getting ourselves ready for the next stage of the practice. Because again, like seriously, like waking up and massaging ourselves and stretching is something that all of us should be doing every single day. Like it's just kind of like basic maintenance of the body. So if it makes it easier for you to just kind of like be in this circle together with community where we're just kind of doing this at the same time, holding each other accountable, creating that sacred space for us to be able to be like, okay, this is what we're focusing on. Let's do it. Let's focus on this. Then, you know, absolutely, I understand. Like it makes it easy. It makes it easy to just be able to be like, okay, like I'm going to join in because other people are doing this too. And as they're doing it, I'll do it and we'll do it together. But again, going back to the EFT, and again, just working your way all the way down, massaging your hips, eventually massaging all the way down to your feet. The EFT thing, so again, that's when we're EFT, emotional frequency tapping. That's when we tap here and we're like speaking affirmations and we're like kind of encoding our field. Maybe new to some of you, but for a lot of you, you've known about this. And there's a cool comment yesterday where it's just like people are just like, a particular person on my TikTok, they're basically just saying that it's like this is an incredibly like underutilized and underrated technique. Like it is so incredibly effective, yet we don't do it. Like we don't think about doing it and things like that. So again, there's a lot of little things that we can do for our body that make a big difference. So again, by you tuning into this broadcast and by you joining in regularly, you'll notice like changes within your own state. So again, just massaging here, massaging your legs. For those of you like on Facebook and YouTube, you can't really see it. Obviously, I'm massaging my feet right now. But again, in you doing this, like you're doing this for you. Like this is an investment for yourself. If you're just like, yo, okay, I want to be able to like connect more with my heart, connect more with my body, connect more with the team, connect more with inspiration. This is a way to be able to fill our cup. This is a way to be able to like fill our hearts, to fill our minds with inspiration. And again, also to be able to like align with that narrative, this narrative of us coming together as a team of shifters, of light guardians, of people who are intentionally helping assist with the shift in consciousness. So this is the narrative that I'm sharing. This is the narrative that I'm inviting us to fall into, to be a part of. And again, for you to see yourself within this narrative as like the hero of your own journey, as again, like leaders amongst leaders, captains amongst captains, superheroes amongst superheroes. So again, just massaging your feet here. If it's your first time here, really just go ahead, dig a little bit deeper into your feet. Again, when you're massaging your feet, you're literally like massaging like the meridians of the entire body. Like all the meridians kind of like they're holographic. So when they go into the feet, like your entire body gets a massage when you massage your feet. So go ahead, massage those feet. Give it a good massage. I want your feet to be like, ooh, baby. Like no one's touched me like that in a while. So again, as we're doing this, like, massage your foot as if you were massaging the foot of like someone you care about, a beloved. And in the same way, like treat yourself as your beloved. Like that's a very powerful idea, right? Like be your own beloved. So it's like when you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, like what do you need? Like, okay, oh, you need some water? Okay, I'll get you some water. Oh, you need to stretch? Okay, I'll get you some. Let's stretch together. Oh, you need some sunshine? Yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh, okay, let's journal for a bit. Let's practice gratitude. So again, right, like in this idea, we want to be able to, again, just like create the routines, create the space, create the practice. So all right, okay, cool. So again, just massaging the foot here, and eventually we're going to work our way back up to the face and do some EFT tapping again. For those of you who are joined in, for today's routine, what we're going to do, we're just going to work our way up, massage your face, and then from there we're going to do, well, you guys can decide. Do you want to do the laughter practice meditation first, or do you want to do it later? And then from there, what we are going to do is we are going to drop into a basic mindfulness practice. We're just going to practice like really dropping into this place of stillness, where it's just going to be like, okay, like let's see how effectively we can just kind of like drop into this vibration, this gamma state, this idea of just kind of being like, okay, calmness. And we'll just kind of like activate into that, and we'll just kind of like practice being present in that space. And then from there, we're going to go into our standing exercise, our movement exercise, and then from there we'll go more into our chakra practice meditation. So we're going to spend a little bit more time with the chakra practice. So thank you again to all the adorable humans for joining in. If you're tuned into this broadcast and no one's told you recently, I just want to remind you that you're incredibly magical and adorable and cute and so cool, and I'm so grateful for you to be here. So awesome. All right, okay, so massaging the face here. And again, as you do this, just kind of like opening up the jaws. Maybe we'll do a little bit of the smile practice, the smile asana practice. We'll do some like face stretching today, face exercises. We'll do that today. We haven't done that this week. So again, just massaging here, even massaging like the back behind the ears, massaging your cute little earlobes. Yay, massage those cute little earlobes. So massaging the top of the head. Good. All right, okay, let's do the face stretching exercise. So again, this is an exercise that we use to actually like strengthen the face muscles. Now, in the same way, you walk around the block, you work out your legs, you like pick things up, you put things down, you work out your arms. Arnold Schwarzenegger. So Arnold, tell us what you do. I pick things up and I put them down. Oh, okay. That's an old joke. Anyways, so how do we work out the face, right? Like, how do we work out the face? A lot of people don't really know how to work out the face, or it's like, what? Like, how does that work? But again, like as we get older and everything like that, the muscles, they kind of atrophy. So if we want to kind of like keep the muscles active within our face, as we would with any muscle within our body, one of the ways we can do this is by creating a little bit of resistance in our face by putting our hands here. So you can follow my instructions. This is like an ancient Eastern practice. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your hands and you're just going to gently just kind of create a little bit of resistance here. So you're going to kind of put them on your face and just gently pull them down. And then from here, this is gonna be silly. So this is also like an ego dissolution process. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna practice Smileasana. You're gonna practice lifting your cheeks up towards your corners of your mouth, up towards your ears, lifting your cheeks up. So you're gonna go like this. You're gonna go like that, and then you're gonna hold it, and then you're gonna release. And you're gonna go up like this, and you're hold it, and you're gonna release. Up like this, hold it and release. And try and relax your eyebrows when you do this. I know this sounds silly, but believe me, this is gonna work. And this is a part of your meditation. It's going to help you feel better. It's just going to activate some of the face muscles. And then from there, we'll go into our next practice. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. So follow my lead. We're going to do 100 reps of this. It's okay. You can do this. Don't worry. You're stronger than you think. All right. So follow my lead. Put a little bit of resistance here. Follow my lead. So deep inhale, just regular breath. Take an inhale, exhale together. And begin. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Put a little bit more resistance there if you want to. And again, from here, try and relax your eyebrows. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Apologies for the people tuning in as we're doing this, and they're just like, I don't know what I'm watching right now. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Hold it at 50. Put a little bit more resistance. Pull down just a little bit. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. You can kind of sprint from here. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Keep going. You got this. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. Try and relax your face. Meanwhile, my eyebrows were like, whoa. 71. Did I do 70? 75-ish. 76, 77, 78, 79. 80, 81, we're almost there. 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Go for 111 if you choose. This is optional. 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And release, relax. Whew. So again, nice little like workout there, activating the cheek muscles. How do your cheeks feel right now? They probably feel engaged. So again, like seriously, like just doing that, like I know it may seem silly, but it will also just kind of like help you feel good in the same way. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm taking care of my cute little face and stuff like that. So seriously, like what I just taught you, do that once a day. Do that once a day, like, and you'll strengthen your cheek muscles and everything like that, and it'll just kind of like help you with just kind of like feeling better, like mentally, physiologically, and everything like that. So yeah, okay, cool. All right, good job, everyone. Okay, so quick vote. Do you guys want to do the laughter practice right now, or we still have to do the EFT thing real quick? But quick vote. Do you want to do the laughter practice after this, or do you want to do it after our short little mindfulness practice first? So if you want to do it right away, if you want to do it right away, just drop a 333 in the comments. And otherwise, we'll just do it slightly later. So we may just end up doing it slightly later. Okay, so EFT tapping. EFT tapping, for those of you who are new, again, this is all part of your meditation. Like, this is all part of like a well laid out strategy that creates the space for us to be able to develop habits and routines that are going to teach ourselves how to take care of ourselves, how to tap into the power of our energetic body, how to awaken our consciousness. And again, I know it seems silly, but if you do this like every day, like you're leveling up. So again, thanks for joining us together here. All right, okay. So what we're doing here, tapping your face, even tapping your neck, tapping your shoulder. You can literally tap anywhere. This is known as EFT, emotional freedom tapping. And what we're doing here, we're just going to do a quick version of this. As we're tapping here, we're going to speak words of empowerment, words of affirmation. And as we do this, this is going to encode these intentions into our field. I know that sounds very woo-woo, but again, as we're doing this, just use it as a way to speak words to yourself as if you're like hyping yourself up. So together, we'll speak words and you can kind of like fill in your own words for whatever you need today. So, I am empowered. I am inspired. I am beautiful. I am loving. I am caring. I am creative. I am healing. I am learning. I am growing. I am patient. I am calm. I am balanced. I am flexible. I am resilient. I am a warrior. I am a light guardian. I am a modern day Jedi. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I am adorable. I am love. I am loving. I am loved. I am continuing to remember more of who I am. I am creating healthy habits and routine. I am developing momentum and creating consistency that will drastically change my life and the way I can show up with others. I am filling my own cup. So just do this for a little bit more and speak your own words. What words do you want to call in today? So just go ahead. Call in your own affirmations here. Just listen to your heart. Just listen to your heart. It will speak to you. Beautiful. Awesome. You are appreciated. You are adored eternally. You are one with the universe, as am I, and I am the universe looking back at you and saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, gently release, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it out as silly as you need to. Again, I just love the idea of like people like tuning in like at the weirdest points throughout these broadcasts, and they're just like, next. Like, too much for me, man. Like, well, I don't know what's going on here, man. Like, believe me, I'm at the point where like I'm so serious about helping shift consciousness that like if I embarrass, I'm at the point where I'm so serious about helping shift consciousness that if I embarrass myself for the greater good just a little bit, I'm okay with that, right? Like, I'm okay with like doing weird looking practices on camera, even if someone comes in, they're just like, "You're a weirdo." Like, go get out of here, hippie, get a haircut, or something like that. I'm like, whatever. I know what I'm doing, so. And I hope that rubs off on you, you know? I hope if people are just like, be like, "Oh, you're so weird with your weird crystals and your weird meditations and stuff like that. You're just a weirdo." Like, I hope if people say that to you, like, just, you know, just see it as a reflection. They're just like, that's okay. Like, thank you for allowing me to check whether or not my shadows have been healed. Want to know a great way to be able to check if your shadows are healing or have been healed? To see how you respond to triggers. So imagine if like someone comes up to you and just be like, "You're stupid. Like you're bad. Like you don't stop making art. You're stupid." Blah, 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 blah. And then you do that, and then like if you're just like if you get like really reactive, like that usually means that there's like something inside of you that like kind of like needs a little bit more healing. But when you're just like it's just kind of like nonchalant, you're just like, all right, whatever, man, like whatever, like that's that says more about them than it does about you, right? So if anything, you kind of like have the higher conscious perspective. It's like, oh, clearly they're working on their own shadows and they're projecting. So funny how it works that way. Everything's a mirror test, right? It's about being able to see yourself in your surroundings. Anyways, quick little pro tip there. All right, okay. All right. Okay, let's practice just dropping into a space of mindfulness real quick, and then we are going to go into our laughter practice, and then from there we'll go into our standing, and then we'll go into a longer version of our chakra practice today. So thank you again, everyone, so much for being here. Quick reminder, we have a special broadcast tonight. We have a full moon meditation, or like it's a Synergy Circle full moon party. This is on my YouTube channel, so this is going to be about like the community coming together and leading members coming on air and talking about intentions and gratitude and where we have been and where we are going and where we are, and to be able to share poetry and music and do the meditation and to be able to do dance, ecstatic dance. It's going to be like a dance party too. So this is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anybody can join. Again, if you're on Patreon, you can join on air. You can be involved as a leading member. And again, thank you to our Patreon supporters. And if you are enjoying these broadcasts that I do, again, there's an awesome way for you to be able to support in addition to the ways you already do, which are equally appreciated. And please feel free to check out the Patreon. And again, that's a monthly micro contribution. You can support there. And it's an awesome way to be able to help invest in yourself. You get access to the team chat, access to me as a conscious media creation coach, the ability to connect with more like-minded people within our leading members group, the ability to join on-air broadcasts, discounts for the item shop, lots of cool stuff. So check out the Patreon link in my profile and help us reach our next target. Our next target for the Patreon is 150, and we're currently at about 135, give or take. So again, if you're new to this or you've been tuning in, you're like, Brendan, I like the cut of your jib. I like what you do, then please feel free to be like, I'm going to sign up for your Patreon, because that's a great way to send a message to the universe to be able to say like, yes, more of this, please, you know? And again, you doing that helps us send this all out to everyone. Anyways, that's your plug. That's my spiel. Only do that a couple times an episode. All right, let's drop into this place of meditation. And again, I'd love to see you at the broadcast tonight at the full moon party. So happy full moon. And shout out to our Patreon supporters who are here with us, and shout out to everyone. All right, let's go team. Okay. So what we're going to do for this meditation practice, we are going to keep it simple. We are literally just going to kind of like practice dropping into a place where we're just like in Zen. We're in serenity. We're in a place of calmness. And what I want you to be aware of here is I want you to be aware of how easy this can be for you. I want you to get familiar with the idea of how accessible this state can be for you by being able to bring more awareness to your breath. And also with the idea of like being able to basically be in a space where there's other people doing this. So there's collectively, digitally, metaphysically, there's a bunch of us. Imagine us kind of in a circle right now. It's true that when you do meditation with a group of people, it can become easier. I've facilitated tons of meditation in person and online. And I know when you do it in person, for some people, they're just like, whoa, like I'm new to meditation. Like I had trouble with it. But when I did it with a group, it was actually like really accessible, easy, you know? So what we're going to do here, we're just going to really practice kind of like, for those of us who are like really good at kind of being able to access this state, we're going to help create that vibration that's going to kind of create the channel for other people to be able to access this state very easily. And this state is, again, just kind of like one of serenity, peace, calmness, gentleness, very simply just kind of focusing on our breath. So let's do that here together. So for everybody here, this is just going to be a bit of our mindfulness practice meditation. If you're new, if you've been here for a while, then yeah, let's do it together. So inviting everybody here to gently close your eyes. And so as you close your eyes here, just allowing my voice to guide you. And simply begin by bringing awareness to your breath. Gentle inhales through the nose and the mouth. Gentle exhales through the nose and the mouth. Allow yourself to become aware of the inhale meeting the exhale, and of the exhale meeting the inhale. Like the water gently rolling up on a beach, and then softly rolling back. Straighten up your spine. Relax your face. As you connect with your breath, I want you to consciously give your nervous system permission to relax. And as you bring yourself into this space, we are literally shifting our brainwaves right now, moving from an alpha and a beta into a delta, a gamma. And as we're in this space, we just allow ourselves to just be very present, to feel very content in this stillness. I want you to just kind of let go of any thoughts from yesterday, any thoughts about what you're going to do later today, and really just practice being here. And within this practice of being here, I want you to find the gift that this space is for you. I want you to begin associating feelings with this space, emotions with this space. through your own will, you can allow yourself to develop this relationship where this space for you becomes favorable. It becomes delicious. It becomes something you actually will want to seek. A place of calmness, a place of Zen. So simply breathing here, deep, gentle inhales, soft, gentle exhales. And for this moment in the practice, basically just focusing on our breath. If any thoughts kind of naturally wander in, you can choose to simply let them continue by, let them float by like a cloud. If there are some thoughts that you feel are worthy of your attention, that's okay too. Within this space, it gives us an opportunity to be able to speak and listen to our heart. Within this space, we can ask questions. We can set intentions. We can use our imagination. And so as you breathe here, keeping this quite simple, just observe. What does this space feel like for you? Feeling the calmness of it. Feeling the zenness of it, that serenity. Feeling it like a nice little getaway, a nice little vacation. Beautiful. And what we're going to do here as part of the practice, we're gently going to bring awareness back to our physical body. And then we're going to kind of shift our mindset. And then we're actually going to go back to this space. So it's going to be like a little bit of an exercise where we come out of it and then we go back into it to develop the ability to go back into it. So take a couple more breaths here. Observe what this feeling looks like. Observe what this feeling feels like. And really remember it. Create like a bookmark for this space. Create a pathway for you to be able to know how to find your way back here. And to know that this is just the beginning. That this is just priming yourself for a much deeper exploration practice that can come simply by becoming aware of how to be able to enter the entrance of this space. So as you breathe here, just acknowledge, what does this space feel like for you? Calmness, content. You may feel you're just like, wow, now that I'm here, I feel like I could probably just like stay here for a while, you know? It's kind of like almost like being asleep but awake at the same time. It's a very nurturing space. It's a space where we can just invite ourselves into this calmness. It's a space where healing can take place. Cultivation, inspiration. It's a very sacred and powerful space within the stillness. The stillness speaks. So breathe here. And slowly, we're going to bring awareness back to our physical body. And do this gently as you breathe by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. So again, just gently bring yourself back. Now what I want you to do here, I want you to just kind of do some like gentle stretches. And then I want to kind of invite you to just kind of like shake it up a bit. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to kind of like move back into like beta. We're going to move back into kind of like alpha mindset, where again, that's where we're kind of like focusing on things. So now I kind of want you to just kind of like look at the space around you, observe, bring in data, be like, okay, just look at things, be like, okay, count your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, do the ABCs backwards, Z, Y, X, W, that's as far as I can get. I need a graph in front of me to do that. Oh God. I mean, can you do the alphabets backwards? I don't know. So, anyways, for those of you who are just joining in, again, this is part of our meditation practice. So, again, we do this Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday is like our extra special meditation practice. So, again, I want you to just kind of like, even just do some like EFT, like wake yourself up. Do whatever you need to do right now. Just kind of wake yourself up. Go. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N P Q R S T U V. No, what was I gonna do? Like, do you know the alphabet songs the same as like the Twinkle Twinkle? A B C D E F D. How I wonder what you are. H I J K L M N P. Up above the sky so high. Something, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Feeling good? You feeling like you're kind of like awake now? Boom, 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 boom. Skip it bop, bop, boop, boop, boop. Just do some scat. Again, we're just kind of like shifting ourselves back up. What? We were meditating a minute ago? What? I don't even remember that. That was so long ago. Now I'm awake. Now I'm looking at things. Now I'm ready to go about my day. Okay, let's imagine like we're out and about. We're doing things. And then let's imagine like, oh, you know, like, okay, like maybe there's a big assignment that we got coming up. There's a big presentation that we have to do, or a big art project that we have to work on, or something like that. Or maybe we're taking a walk through the park and we find a really, really nice spot where we're going to sit down. We're going to be like, okay, that's my spot. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to practice kind of meditating. So let's kind of do that. Let's prepare ourselves to kind of shift back into this state. And then we're going to conclude this part of the practice. And then from there, we're going to do our stand-up, and then we're going to do our chakra practice meditation. So from here, what I want you to do, again, what I'm training you here at is the ability to kind of like get familiar with like knowing that you can kind of access this state like good, like quickly. Like that's the thing. Like as you practice that, for some people, they're just like, oh, you know, like I have a hard time dropping into that space. But if you get good at it, it can literally be done in like breaths, like 3 breaths, even like 1 breath. If you get really good at it, where you're just like, go, 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 go. And then it's just like command to the nervous system, relax, drop into that kind of like homeostasis. Boom, you're there. Okay, so let's do that. So again, we were kind of like awake for the last couple minutes. And now from here, watch, I'll just kind of lead you with my voice using my like meditation voice. Hi, my name's Brendan. This is how I normally talk. And then sometimes when I'm doing meditation, I'll talk like this, and it will be very intentional. I can't do it when I'm trying to do it. Anyways, okay. So, thank you everyone for being here, having fun. Let's go into this next part of the practice. So from here, what I want you to do, straighten up your spine, close your eyes, relax your face, begin connecting with your breath. Deep, gentle inhales through the nose and the mouth. Soft, gentle exhales. Continuing to breathe, deep, gentle inhales. Soft exhales. Using your breath, sending the intentional command to your nervous system, giving your nervous system permission to relax. And in this moment, even just kind of using a bit of visualization, just imagine yourself gently somewhere that is very zen for you, like your own little zen place within your mind. You can use your imagination to kind of like also anchor into this space. So imagine yourself maybe sitting in the forest or next to a stream. And as you do this, you'll just find that that visualization, that idea will just help you be in this space. So as we're here in this space, our only objective is to be in this space. Breathing here, allowing ourselves to relax, allowing ourselves to be in this place of calmness, stillness. While you're here, you may observe that the mind, the egoic mind, will almost try to pull you out of this, where it'll be like, I'm going to check my phone. I have to do something else. Anything but self-actualization. No, my consciousness is awakening. Oh no, and now I'm going to have to be responsible for my actions, but ultimately empowered through sovereignty. Oh no. That's what your ego sounds like, because your ego is like, It's like, I just want to be complacent and normal and not wake up. So, but even as you're here, if you hear that little voice from the egoic mind, imagine it almost like a young child kind of tugging at you, where it's like, imagine you're like trying to do something or you're walking somewhere, and then this young child's like, Mom, Dad, like Uncle, Aunt, nah, nah, nah. Nothing against the child, but they're like, pay attention to me, nah, 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 nah. And then you, as the adult, just have to be like, calm down. Like, it's okay. Just chill out. It's fine. And so kind of see the part of your mind that kind of does that. It kind of plays that role where it'll kind of nag at you, it'll pull you, it'll try to distract you. Not to say that you want to ignore that part of your mind, but you just want to be able to meet it with love. So you just kind of even just imagine kind of speaking softly to that part of your mind where you're just like, it's okay. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. It's okay. So breathe here. We're just going to be here for a few more moments. Allow yourself to really just kind of, again, acknowledge the texture of this space for you. And as you're in this space, we'll gently just kind of like breathe in prana from the top of our head and just kind of imagine filling yourself up with love. While we're in this space, I want you to use this space in a way where you just breathe in. And as you breathe in, you're just filling yourself up with love. You're filling your cup with love. So breathe in, and with each breath, your body just becomes a little bit brighter. Your lungs a little bit bigger. You're feeling this relaxation, this calmness. And so as you're in this moment, you're also just connecting with Source. You're like plugging right in, and that connection's within you. So use this moment. By the time you are done this, you have filled yourself up with love, filled your cup with love. And then you have the joy of being able to share that throughout the rest of your day. Put it into your work, put it into your creativity, put it into your tasks, share with loved ones. So just take a few more breaths here. Deep, gentle inhales. Soft exhales. Deep inhales. Soft exhales. Acknowledge the texture, the flavor of this space. I want your mind to be able to identify it as being something delicious, favorable. Amidst all like the go, 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 here we are, capable of being in this space where it's just like, whoa, this is nice. It's like going into a hot tub or chilling out in a sauna or being on a beach. We are naturally drawn to these states of relaxation, of connection, of breath, of this present moment. So give yourself this gift. And this gift is already in you. So just stay here. I'm just going to stop talking just for the next couple moments, and then we'll conclude the broadcast. Conclude this part of the meditation. And so just allow yourself to observe. Allow this space to be your own in your own silence. Go ahead. Beautiful. So again, as we do this, think of this as like tuning your instrument. Tuning the instrument so that you can continue to play beautiful music throughout the rest of your day. Bringing in this calmness, this awareness, this serenity. This will help you move through your day with grace, You'll notice more synchronicity. You'll be tapped into more creativity. You'll notice your willpower will be more sharpened. Your decision-making process will be on point. And as we conclude this part of the meditation, I want you to put your hands on your heart, and I want you to take a moment here to practice listening to your heart, to practice listening to the voice inside of you. And this voice, call it spirit, call it source, call it the universe. It has a message for you in this moment. As you're in this place of calmness, removing the excessive noise, allow yourself to listen. What message of inspiration is being spoken to you in this moment? Go ahead, listen. Awesome. So take a moment here, just conclude this part of your meditation practice with gratitude. Acknowledge the fact that simply by doing this, you have leveled up. You have invested in yourself. You have unlocked a new ability. You have created a pathway, a neural pathway that is now becoming familiar. And so now the next time, you'll be able to access this space with more ease. And this is a very, very powerful gift and tool to give yourself, and you can share it with others. So as you conclude this part of your practice with gratitude, remembering again the texture of this space, like bookmarking it, take a screenshot, be like, yes, this space, this feeling, what does this feel like for me? I remember. I will remember. Awesome. And slowly from here, gently bring awareness back to your physical body. Slowly, when you're ready, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Awesome. Good job, everyone. Beautiful. See, wasn't that exciting? Got to go on like a nice little like relaxation routine. Like seriously, like people will like pay like money for like stuff like that where it's just like help me relax. And so here we are doing it for a team, doing it for each other, and here you are teaching yourself how to do it, right? Like this is about like self-resilience, independence, sovereignty, reclaiming something that has always been yours, yet in many cases we've given it away. We've forgotten about it. So when you connect with that breath, when you connect with your heart, you're in a connection with the universe. You're in a connection with divinity. Again, you're kind of like plugging yourself back into source. And when you do that, again, like it just kind of like brings you this feeling where you're just like, oh, like I feel like I feel like very zen. I feel like very relaxed. I feel like very loved. I feel very calm. And you carry this with you throughout the rest of your day. Like that feels good. That feels good. And then again, it increases your productivity. It increases the way you show up. It increases your relations. So if you enjoyed that, drop an 1111 in the chat. And if you want to share what your heart said to you when we kind of asked it what to say to us, you can type that into the chat as well. So, all right. You guys want to do a very, very quick version of the laughter practice meditation? If we do this, we're probably going to have to cut the chakra thing short again. So, all right. Okay. We're going to do one quick round of the laughter practice yoga. So, laughter practice yoga real quick, and then we're going to stand up, and then we're trying to get into as much as a chakra practice as we can. So for those of you who are here for the first time, again, thank you so much. Be sure to click the links in my profile. Make sure you're connected. Join our team chat if you wish. Lots more opportunity to stay involved as a team. Join our team broadcast tonight, 8 p.m. Full moon party. All right, so laughter practice meditation. For those of you who have been here before, you know what to expect. For those of you who are new, follow my lead. What we're going to do a deep inhale. Nice soft exhale. And then a deep inhale, and then we're going to focus on the exhale, and it's going to sound like this. It's going to go ha, 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 ha. And then from there, what you're going to do is you're going to turn that breath work into a laugh. It's going to be like ha, 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 ha. And then you're going to feel it cultivate from within you, and then you're going to ride that wave, and then you're going to allow yourself to be in that place of joy, ecstatic excitement, and you're just going to create a space for you to be able to like laugh together. So we're going to do this real quick. We're only going to do one round today because I want to be able to get into the chakra stuff. So Here we go. Follow my lead. Deep inhale together. Nice big exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale together. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Let it build. Keep it going. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. 1. Breathe. Good. Really opens up your lungs when you do that. So, all right. Okay, everybody stand up. We're going to do our quick standing meditation real quick. And then we're going to go into our chakra practice meditation. For those of you on everything but TikTok, I'll stick around for a little bit afterwards, just to be able to hang out, do a little bit of Q&A, and then from there we'll wrap it up. But again, for those of you on anything but Instagram, yeah, we'll wrap up the broadcast in about 15 minutes. All right, so if everybody stand up, if you are able to stand up, if you prefer to stay seated, that's totally cool. Shake it out. Move your body. Oh, shake up your body. Oh, follow my lead. Again, for those of you who are here for the first time, get weird. All right. Okay, so shake it up. We're just going to do a really, really quick version of this. So what I want you to do, follow my lead. Inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to go, and you're going to shake it up. This sounds silly, but again, this is about being able to release stagnant energy, move stagnant energy, clear it out of your system before you get on with your day. So again, follow my lead. Deep inhale together, bring your arms out. Big exhale. Shake it out. Get weird with it. Believe me, if you've never done this before, do it. Just do it. Your ego's going to try and tell you not to. Do it anyways. Follow my lead again. Inhale. Big exhale. One more time. Inhale. Shake it up. Shake your legs. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Let's do our quick Dragon's Roar, and then we'll get into a chakra practice meditation. So, Dragon's Roar. Stand as if you're going to kick a soccer ball. What you're going to do, you're going to kind of lean into this. You're going to release a roar like a dragon. And then from there, you're going to kind of imagine almost like gray smoke kind of leaving your mouth. Kind of clearing out stagnant energy. You can also kind of do this as a battle cry. You can do this to be able to honor any emotions you may be feeling. Anger, frustration, rage. And again, I say this multiple times. If you're feeling anger, that is usually love in disguise. The only reason you're angry about something is because you care about something at the same time. So if you feel like you need to honor your anger in this moment, go ahead. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a big inhale, then we're going to go exhale, we're going to go like that. And you can kind of practice tensing and then releasing as you do this. So again, this is therapeutic. This is ancient medicine. Follow my lead. Dragon's Roar. Inhale. Release, relax. One more time, 2 more times. Again, once more. Let it out. Release. Just stand here for a moment. Take a breath. Breathe. Feeling this activation of energy. Just kind of feeling a clearness in your body, feeling a little bit lighter. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, bring yourself back down to seated. We'll go into the chakra practice meditation. We'll try and create a little bit more time for this so we can just focus on it a little bit more. All right, so we got about 10 minutes left, so that's enough time. So grab a drink of water if you need it. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. If it's your first time here, you can drop a 333 in the chat. I do a good job of paying attention to comments in the chat. So if you're just here and you're a fan of what I'm doing and everything like that, your comments are always seen, they're always appreciated, and then it helps me recognize, and then I can see your comments elsewhere and everything like that. So awesome. All right, okay. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Okay, so what we're going to do from here, we're going to do our chakra practice meditation. So, very simply put, the chakras are portals of energies. They are known as spinning discs. That's what the word chakra means. It literally means spinning disc. The chakras are organs for your energetic body. You have a physical body, and you also have an energetic body, as well as a mental and an astral body. So the energetic body, it can kind of like go through its own ailments. And so these energetic portals, these basically receive information from beyond the present moment. And we interpret them through us, through our choices and through our behavior and through our virtues. And so when we work with the chakras, what we are doing is we are opening and also balancing the chakras. Basically, think of it as kind of like cleaning the gunk off of them. When we don't use them, they kind of get built up with gunk. When we start paying attention to them and using mantras, which are sound vibrations, it helps spin them because it's like a tone, it's a frequency that they resonate with. And then from there, it basically helps like kind of clear the gunk. It clears the mud off of them. So what we're going to do, you're going to follow my lead. This is still kind of just like an introduction version where we're not going into like the full version, but this is still going to be enough for us to do it. We're going to go through each chakra together. So the brow chakra, the virtue is serenity. As we do this, do the tone. I'll lead you through it. And as you do this, just practice being in the present moment. Practice feeling the sensations. And again, practice aligning with the virtues. So the tone for the brow chakra is a sound E, pronounced as in ski, and the virtue is serenity. So this is about like kind of like being in connection, inspiration, being able to like see the unity within all things. So we'll do this 3 times together. Inhale together. Inhale, regular exhale, just regular exhale. Inhale again, the sound E. E. 2 more times. Inhale. One more time. Good. Moving to the throat chakra. Again, you can think of this as like tuning your instrument. It's kind of like giving yourself like an energetic massage. So you do this, it will kind of help open you up to more inspiration, more creative energy, open up the vitality within the body, connect to more synchronicity. So, all right, throat chakra. The sound is A, pronounced as in way. So this is about being able to speak our truth, being able to like become like a channel for conduit creativity. Follow my lead. We'll go right into it. Inhale the sound of A. Again, twice more. Once more. Good. And as you do this, for those of you who may be new, pay attention. You'll feel the vibration in the parts of the body with the different tones. So moving to the heart chakra, compassion. This is about being kind of able to open our heart to compassion. Compassion for all beings, compassion for ourselves. Balancing the heart chakras. The important thing with the heart chakra is about being able to have healthy boundaries as well. So rather than just having a totally open heart chakra where it's just like, hey, I'm going to do favors for everyone and stuff like that. This is about being able to set your boundaries and know when to say no and being able to say yes to yourself first and foremost. The sound is O. Follow my lead. Deep inhale together. O. Again, inhale. Once more. You guys are doing great. Like seriously, I'm proud of you for being here. Like it means a lot. You guys are doing great. You're not just doing this for you, you're doing this for the team. Pulmonary chakras. These are the chakras right here. These are what are known as the chakras that connect to ultra memory. A lot of people don't know about these chakras. Everything that we're talking here, chakra, this is based off like ancient Gnostic teachings. So this is actually a science. This isn't just like a woo-woo idea. This is like a science to this. So these are connected with what is known as ultra memory. This is like connection to our past, our future, our ancestors. So gratitude for our ancestors. Feel the hands of your ancestors like on your shoulder as you do this. They are with you. You can call them in. Be with me. You can say that. Call in the support of your ancestors. Know that they are with you. The sound is awe. Follow my lead. Inhale. Again, inhale. Once more. Beautiful. Moving into the solar chakra. Solar chakra, this is all about cultivation, our willpower, temperance. How are you cultivating your temperance throughout your day? Again, temperance is being able to like change your habits, changing into new healthy patterns, exercise, diet, being able to change the way you wake up in the morning, being able to use your willpower to be able to like move yourself forward within this path intentionally. The sound is you. Again, this is a solar practice, solar plexus. Inhale together, the sound you. Deep inhale. You. Inhale again. Once more, feel it. Sacral chakra, all about the cultivation of the sexual energy, the creation energy. Again, if you are like someone who is spilling your cup, who is like having an ejaculation and orgasm like every day or anything like that, like again, focus on having the balanced, the healthy relationship with it. That energy cultivates in males and females, in the testes and the ovaries. When we're not expelling that energy, it's like an electrical charge. It builds up, and that charge can be turned into vitality. So if you're looking to cultivate your willpower, your inspiration, focus on cultivating your sexual energy. That will kind of fuel the rest of your practices. It's very, very powerful, very sacred. So the sound is M, pronounced as in like you're eating something delicious. Follow my lead. Inhale. Inhale. Once more. Root chakra, last one for today. Patience. This is about being able to connect with the roots of the ground, branches above. So patience. How are you cultivating patience? The sound is S. Sizzling of the serpent, rising. Sizzling of the fire, rising of the serpent. Inhale, S. Inhale. Inhale again. Once more. Close your eyes here. Conclude your practice with gratitude. Taking a moment here, just visualizing these like rainbow energies kind of spiraling up your body. Visualizing your auric field just in this beautiful golden light, carrying this energy and this vibration with you. May you experience the rest of your day with joyfulness, with momentum, with intention, with focus, with grace, with serenity, with patience, with compassion, with courage, with love. Put your hands on your chest, gently concluding this practice for yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much again. Again, for those of you on anything but Instagram, feel free to stick around. We'll do some Q&A for a little bit. We'll just hang out for a little bit more. For those of you on Instagram, again, broadcast is wrapping up in 45 seconds, but be sure you can check out the full recording of our bonus conversation on my YouTube. Again, if you enjoy these broadcasts, please consider joining our team chat. You can tune in for our broadcast tonight, our full moon party at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time through my YouTube. So make sure you're connected there. Again, if you want support on Patreon with a monthly contribution is always appreciated. You can always check out my item shop. And again, invite one friend to be able to tune into this broadcast, and we'll continue building as a team. So again, the light guardian within me sees and honors the light guardian within you. Thank you for being all that you are and doing all that you do. Finish it off with a wolf howl. Ow, ow, ow. Full moon vibes coming your way. Have an amazing day. Pew, pew, pew. Cool. Okay. All right. So for those of you on other platforms, stand by. We're just setting things up. I'm actually just going to restart the Instagram. Weird, man. The Instagram kept crashing again. Oh, that's unfortunate. It doesn't save when I do that. That's unfortunate. Oh. Now I'll have to like re-upload it to YouTube again and everything. Oh, man. I don't know. It's done that twice in a row. I don't know why. That's unfortunate because that like takes me like an extra hour of production just to be able to do that. So anyways, all right, so thank you again, everyone, for so much for being here. Please feel free to leave your gratitude in the comments down below. Just taking a look at the YouTube comments now. So again, if anybody does have any questions, we'll just hang out here just for a little bit. Probably not too long today, just because it's a busy day today. There's a lot of work that I'm doing. Again, just getting things ready for the new studio that I've been setting things up in. Thank you again for everybody on the YouTube. Thank you to Jillian. Thank you to Brittany. One love. Thank you to Solomon. Thank you to Megan. Megan likes the cut of my jib. Thanks, Megan. Thank you to Javier. Thank you to Mika. And thank you to Star Soul. Mika, have patience. Step into your power. You know what to do. So again, this is when I was asking before, was like, what did your heart say to you when we kind of asked before? For those of you watching this on Instagram, the live feed that we did before, it didn't save. So if you're looking for today's meditation, be sure to check my YouTube for it. Links through my profile. Javier says, with one foot on the other side, but I'm here. One second. Awesome. Smile, my love. It's a really beautiful day. It's a new day to make amazing things happen, says Jillian. Absolutely. The energy of this moon has been really messing with me. Yeah, great time to be able to ground ourselves. Again, full moon energy is a great time to be able to just like synchronize with the routine, synchronize with the intention. So for anybody here, what are some of your full moon intentions that you would like to be able to share? So for me, this is like kind of like, yeah, like creating like very, very powerful space for the incubation of more creative things to be able to do. So like I'm like focusing on creating like a physical location that's going to be like an incubation for like the cultivation of like more creative things that I can share and everything like that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of like creativity coming through with this full moon and beyond. Again, I'm just going to continue to read some of the comments on TikTok. I'll do my best to be able to answer questions. Again, I'm not like, again, I can only answer what I know. So again, anything I answer, it's also a question, like it's ask a question for the community. It's not always just going to be me. But yeah, Julian, thank you again. That was amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, kind sir. I think that's the same Julian is that the same Julian who's in the YouTube chat? Julian, thank you again. User Z1H says, have a blessed day. Thank you. Asking the question, how can I clean my heart chakra? So that's a great question. How can we clean our heart chakra? Again, you know, like, and again, kind of using that terminology, how do we clean the heart chakra? So again, you know, when we use the term cleaning the heart chakra, I think that's kind of identifying that, you know, the heart is something that can often be susceptible to vulnerability. You know, it's kind of like on the forefront of our like emotional, psychological obstacle courses that we go through and things like that. So oftentimes the heart will, you know, get kind of like caught up in circumstances that can hurt it, that can kind of like make it feel things really, really deeply. And so I think one of the things when it comes to being able to heal the heart, to clean the heart, is also just be able to be aware of the stories that we are telling ourselves in relation to the heart. And so one of the things that I've kind of talked about before is this idea that, like, from my experience, like, the heart doesn't break, it only breaks open. Now, take that with a grain of salt, but basically what I'm saying there is that, like, when we go through, like, heartbreak and things like that, like, essentially what it is also doing, it is also opening us up into the depths of these emotions, and it is also showing us more places within ourselves that we can send love to. So again, you get out of a relationship and maybe it was like a breakup that was really hurtful and everything like that. That is also like teaching you how to be able to like develop resilience, more independence and everything, and to give you an opportunity to be able to reflect and be like, like, where was that relationship? Like, where was it healthy? Maybe where was there a bit of imbalance? What can I learn from it? And what can I bring with me into the next relationship? So for being able to clean the heart or to heal the heart, I think it has a lot to do with kind of the perspective of being able to understand that, like, whatever is happening to you is there for you, but it's up to you to be able to be an active and intentional student, to be able to like show up to that with the desire to want to be able to learn and grow. So rather than just being like, oh man, my heart hurts and this is, and this just sucks, and not to say you don't acknowledge that it sucks. Like, again, like, part of the thing with the heart is that you want to acknowledge the emotions, but then what you also want to be able to do is also to be able to set the intention to be able to like move through whatever healing and whatever learning process you're in the process of relatively effectively and relatively efficiently. And so I think this is where for a lot of people, like, from what I've witnessed within like the human experience, like, we have the ability to kind of go through what can often be a very challenging circumstance, and we have the ability to kind of like go through it, process it, and kind of like move into the next phase relatively effectively. But what happens oftentimes is that we kind of get into these habits where basically, if we're not being coached, if we're not being taught, if we're not being inspired, if we're not being held in that space, then often what will happen is we kind of get pulled into the depths or the abyss of emotions. And then what will happen is that, like, sometimes you'll go through, again, just using a relationship, it's something we can all relate to, most cases, of going through like a breakup. And then there's going to be some people who will go through a breakup and they'll be kind of like in this mood where they'll just be like, life sucks, this sucks, like, I'm really like sad. And again, that's all valid. But what will happen is they'll end up kind of like being in that mode for like months. Like, for months. They'll stay there for months, right? Like, and I'm sure we've all seen this happen with friends, or I'm sure we've all seen it could happen to ourselves. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not shaming that. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I'm saying the alternative is in the idea of being able to kind of like develop patterns and routines and self-love practices that will allow you to kind of be present with the lessons at hand, to be able to like move through that, so that after your relationship, maybe, it's in like 2-3 weeks that you're like back on your game and you're just like, okay, like, I understood that, like, I'm really grateful for what happened, even if it wasn't perfect. This is giving me an opportunity to be able to focus on myself and develop more practices. And then I know that there's like another relationship coming my way in the future. And the best thing for me to be able to do is for me to be able to like focus on loving myself, to be able to like prepare myself to bring in that next relationship. So again, it's like, that idea of kind of, with relationships and everything, I think it's a very powerful idea. I've talked about this in my other videos, where it's like every relationship prepares us for the next one. So even if you get out of like one relationship, know that there's another relationship that's coming your way. And one of the best things you can do is to like literally prepare yourself for it. And you prepare yourself for it by kind of like moving yourself into that vibrational space where you'll be ready to receive it. So again, if you're just kind of like in this place where you're just like, it's just like, I'm just, you're pitying yourself. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm saying it's not ideal to stay there. You don't want to stay there, right? Like, you don't want to stay in that place where you're just like, yeah, I'm just a sad puppy. Like, this is my life. Boop, ba doop, ba doo. Like, oh, like, meh, it's gonna suck. This is, like, and I understand. Like, we get stuck in those places. And again, that's where it's important to have community and to have friends and to have other people who are in a place where we can be like, yo, like, let's focus, let's shift our focus, let's move into, let's move that energy. And that's where, again, physical exercise is so important. And it really comes down to like the simple things, it's like, how do you kind of shift yourself out of that mindset? Like physical movement, mindfulness practices, connecting with nature, connecting with people who can kind of like, inspire your passions, diet, sleep, cold showers, like all of these little things will help you kind of like build the resilience and be like, okay, like, whew, okay, yeah, I'm back in this. And it kind of like pumps you up. Like you have to be like your own hype man, so to speak. So again, when it comes to healing the heart, I think it's a process of being very gentle, but at the same time of also kind of like intentionally showing up with that direction of knowing what you're working towards next. So instead of just being like, oh, like this sucks, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it does suck, but every ending is a new beginning. And so again, I think being able to like honestly love ourselves, but also be aware of kind of like what our heart chakra is like and where it may be. And maybe, maybe the past relationship that you went through, maybe it's going to teach you a little bit more about being able to have more of a balanced heart chakra, because again, like sometimes if our heart chakra is so open, this can actually be a lesson in itself. And I'm sure we've experienced this, or we've seen friends who do this, where they're just like, I am just like a caring, loving person. This is who I am. And I'm going to help you, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to help as many people as I can. And when we do that, often what happens is that we neglect ourselves in the process as a result of the fact that you can only focus on so many things at once. So if you're focusing on like having the super open heart chakra and you're like giving so much to the community, eventually what's going to happen, you're going to run yourself into exhaustion because you're not fueling yourself. That's not really sustainable. And then again, like also when you're doing that, you may be kind of putting yourself in a situation where you're like putting yourself in a place of vulnerability, and there may be people that will take advantage of that. There may be people that will take advantage of your kindness, and again, they'll be just kind of like, they'll use that to kind of like manipulate you and take your power and things like that. So with the balanced heart chakra, it's also about being able to use discernment. It's also being able to kind of like really get clear on like what you want to invest your energy with, what you want to plug your energy into. So like when you're kind of like using your heart, like you're literally just taking your like plug socket from your heart and you're plugging it into things. It's like it's not like a plug, it's more like an internet, like a wire, like it's like a data transfer. So it's like you plug it into certain things, and there are going to be certain people where it's just like you need to discern this, where you're just like, like, do I want to plug myself into that? Do I need to? Is it going to serve me? And not to say that that's you being mean, but in the same way, like you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And there may still be a way where you can assist them, but it just doesn't involve like the full force of your intentions and your focus and your like investment and everything like that. So again, I think it's an important thing of being able to understand that when you say no, you're also saying yes to yourself. You're also saying yes to certain things. So when you say, sorry, dude, like I can't come over and like help you or just like hang out and like do all the things that maybe we normally do or things like that, because right now I just need to be able to focus on myself. I just need to be able to take care of myself. So again, when we do that, you fill your cup up. Like that's the idea, right? You want to fill your cup up, and then the overflow from the cup is what goes into helping others, right? Opposed to being like, oh, a little bit for you, a little bit for you, a little bit for you, and then suddenly you got an empty cup, and then you're just like, oh crap. But then even then, if that happens to you, you're responsible for being able to, seek the lesson. What was the lesson there, right? And again, that lesson may be in just being able to like still find a way for you to authentically share your kindness while creating healthy boundaries for yourself, creating discernment, deciding where and when to plug into, and again, using the time on your own to be able to develop more of your self-care routine, again, develop resilience, focus on physical exercise. Like physical exercise is one of the best things to do when getting out of like a heartbreak scenario. Like spending time in nature and physical exercise is one of the best things to do, because again, there's going to be a buildup of very intense emotional energy, and that emotional energy is going to kind of be like in our field. And what we want to do is, again, not ignore it, process it, learn from it, sit with it, honor it, feel your feels. Like, don't just push them away. That's not going to solve it. Feel your feels. and seek the lessons within them. Seek them, like sit with them and be like, what are you teaching me? What are you showing me? Every emotion you have is a teacher. When you understand this is a very like deeply profound concept, very humbling concept. And then again, you create this space where you're just kind of like, you're finding more places within yourself to be able to send love. And again, when you kind of like cultivate that intention of being able to like physically move your body, it helps like physically like move the energy that can often kind of like build up as stagnance in your body. And again, that's usually like what can happen, right? Like where it's just like, oh, like I feel like crap, like I just feel so like shitty and everything like that. And then someone will come up to you and be like, well, like maybe you should just go, take a walk around the block, get some fresh air, do something simple, do something you can start with. Be gentle with yourself, but at the same time, create the space for you to be able to like, become stronger because of this. Level up. Use this as a great opportunity for you to be able to shift your focus. Where one door closes, another opens. Where one thing ends, another begins. The fate of destruction is the joy of rebirth. So again, by being able to kind of know that there's a party with your name on it, and it's ahead of you. It's always ahead of you. And so your job, especially if you're just like, if you're like someone who's just like, oh man, like, being in a relationship is something I really value, and maybe, and if that's the case, even check in with yourself, like, why is being in a relationship something really, really valuable? And if it's because, well, I have a hard time being alone, then you need to sit with that and you need to spend time alone, because the most important relationship that you'll ever have is a relationship with yourself. So like one of the best things to be able to do is to bring your best self into a relationship, the best self within that time of who you are. You're constantly growing, and to bring that with you into a relationship, like opposed to bringing with you into a relationship, like feelings of inadequacy and neediness and codependency. If you're doing that, you're going to manifest a relationship that is going to echo that back. It may work for a while, but within that, there may be the lesson where it's going to be like, oh, like that wasn't quite what I wanted. And so again, but every relationship is going to be whatever relationship you need in that moment. So again, like, and again, there's going to be times where you're going to look back on your relationship and you're going to be like, wow, okay, that relationship like was really codependent. But why? Why was it codependent? And kind of check in with yourself. Oh, it was codependent because either I or my partner didn't fully love themselves. So again, the ideal relationship that we want to be able to work on, and really like what we owe the other person in some sense, like out of just kind of like, like kindness, is to be able to like bring in, practice on loving ourselves, practice on cultivating that relationship while we're single, and then to practice kind of like cultivating this sense of wholeness and this sense of like happiness deep from within who we are, so that we don't need the other person to make us happy, but rather we share happiness with them. They share happiness with us and we share happiness with them, and it becomes a synergy. It becomes a shared cultivation, opposed to just being like a give and maybe I give and maybe like you give, but then it's just like this constant, but it's kind of like a back and forth kind of like not fully balanced. So again, to really be able to like think about, like what's that ideal relationship that I want? Do you want a codependent relationship? Maybe you do. Maybe you subconsciously do. And if that's the case, like maybe that's what you need to learn. But again, what you also want to be able to do is be able to like bring in a wholeness with you into that relationship. And so again, understand that whether you're single right now or whether you're in a partnership or whatever, there's always another relationship on the horizon. And that another relationship may just be the relationship with yourself. Some people are going to be like, well, I found my soulmate. Like I'm going to be with them for the rest of my life or whatever. That's great. And that's okay. And like the next big relationship, maybe it's in the next lifetime. But again, maybe that next relationship is always just going to be with you. Always. That relationship with yourself is important. So again, just kind of sum it up here. I think just kind of knowing in that idea that there is a party with your name on it. There is another relationship that is there for you. But that relationship, the ideal one for you, it will match your frequency. So what you want to be able to do is you kind of want to be able to shift your frequency, raise your frequency to the point where you're just like, fuck yeah, like I am empowered. I feel powerful. And then you kind of like ride this wave, and then lo and behold, that next partner, that next opportunity will find you. It will show up. Like the universe will do this. It will be like a magnetism. It will attract. And so again, it works both ways, because I'm sure you've seen this, or maybe you've done this, or you see this kind of in culture where some people, they're just going to be like, they're just going to be like, oh man, my girlfriend broke up with me, or my boyfriend broke up with me, and I just really need to like I don't want to deal with my problems, and I just want to like jump right into something else. And the universe is going to be like, okay, like, are you sure that's what you want? But if that's what you want, then okay, like, you're the one putting in the order. Okay, this is what you ordered. And then lo and behold, you like go to a bar and you get drunk and you find another person, and maybe you have like a one night stand, but then that results in its own drama a little bit later, and then it's just kind of this back and forth, and then next thing you know, you're back where you started. You're just like, what the frick? Like, how did, like, what was the point of that, right? Like, what was the point of that? So again, like, rather than just kind of like going in cycles where it's like Groundhog Day, work on manifesting that next level of a relationship where it's like really deeply meaningful and very heartfelt, and very kind of like something that is going to nurture you, like something that's really going to nurture your soul, not just your physical body, right? Not just your sensations. So again, a lot of times that people, they rush into these relationships because they're actually like addicted. Like, they're addicted to sex. They're addicted to intimacy, So you want to be able to like cultivate like a healthy relationship, balance, moderation, temperance. That is like what is going to be incredibly, incredibly important for, again, healing your heart. And again, cleaning your heart. So again, cleaning your heart is like becoming aware of your habits and being able to decide on like what habits you want to develop, what habits you want to shift, what you want for yourself. And again, understanding that when you work on yourself, you are manifesting that next partnership, So again, yeah, it's an upgrade process. You will receive what you are, right? So if you're just like, woe is me, like, I'm not very confident in myself. And again, I'm not shaming that, because again, that usually happens because of the environment. And that's why if we notice friends in that space, send them love, support them. If you're in a place where you're like, yo, like, I've learned how to love myself, maybe you're going to see a friend that's going to be in that place, give them a little bit of love, give them a little bit of support, hype them up a bit, But if you're like consciously in this place where you're just like, man, like, life sucks, like, blah, 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 whatever. I'm just gonna go like get laid, then the universe will just be like, okay, fine, here, have it. Again, like, you put your orders in. What are you ordering? It's like, it's literally like that simple. You go to a restaurant, you sit down, you order food, they bring you food. You show up in life, you want a partnership, you put in your order, consciously or subconsciously, it comes back to you. So if you're just like, yo, I want a relationship where me and the other person are both working towards our spiritual development, our conscious awareness, we're creative, we're caring, we're nurturing, we're independent, we love spending time with each other, but we don't feel as if we like always need to spend time with each other. We order, like, again, like we want to be able to like just like we honor the time when we spend apart. Like, we actually thrive in the time that we spend apart. And then the time that we're together, it helps become like a very healing, cultivating, and inspiring and synergistic place. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want. Like, isn't that what you want? Like, and again, you can get that. You can get that. And again, that happens by working on yourself. You will receive what you are. You will receive what you are ready for. And again, it doesn't have to be like, and again, it's going to be relative. Everything I'm saying is relative, right? Like, it's going to be different for everyone. It may not be like it exactly like, that next relationship, it may not be fully perfect. None of them will be. Every relationship will have its own ups and downs and challenges, but again, it's how you approach it, right? So yeah. And again, just be aware that like, this whole idea of like twin flames and soulmates, I'll just say this simply quick, because the twin flame thing is an interesting concept. There's a lot of different ways to look at the twin flame. And we'll just talk about this for a little bit, and then we'll wrap this up. Otherwise, I'm going to stay here for hours talking about relationship advice, because this is, I don't know, I'm good at it. I don't know. You tell me. I'm a Cancerian. I've had a lot of experience with relationships and everything like that. So again, anything I'm sharing is just from my own personal wisdom, right? But again, what I was going to say, what was I saying there a second ago? Crap. Oh no, I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying like 2 seconds ago? Let me just rewind the tape. Oh, twin flames. So what I was saying with twin flames. So very very simply put, the twin flame thing. This is a very simple way of being able to look at it. Twin flame relationships are relationships that are there to spark our growth, to ignite our flame. Twin flame relationships are not always going to be romantic. Usually, twin flame relationships are going to be ones that will trigger you, that will push your buttons, that will actually be uncomfortable in certain aspects, but will ultimately kind of like bring you into like more figuring out who you are. So look back on relationships, and if you've had a friend who, maybe you kind of had a falling out, or maybe there was like something they did and it really pissed you off or something like that, but then it led you to being able to like figure out what you want and create your own boundaries and everything like that, that would have been theoretically classified as a twin flame relationship if it like kind of was something where you intentionally grew from, where you're just like, okay, yeah, like this kind of like, this wasn't fully comfortable, but I'm a better person because of it. I grew because of it. And so again, twin flame relationships, oftentimes, like when they are romantic relationships, they'll usually be a relationship where, again, like even when it ends in a way that's not always pretty, right? Like that in itself will ultimately help you grow, right? The twin flame relationship can often sort of manifest in ways where there is like a disproportionate degree of like kind of like showing up, like someone will kind of like not treat someone in a way that would be more equivalent to a soulmate relationship. A soulmate relationship would be something where it's just kind of like really seeing the other person from like this place of like deep compassion without kind of like a neediness, without kind of like this attachment, without kind of like this controlling aspect. That will often happen kind of like in a twin flame relationship where, it's like one person will want to kind of like be alone, and then the other person will be like, oh, like, like, can I come be alone with you? Like, come on, let's hang out together. Like, stuff like that. Meanwhile, like a soulmate relationship would be like one partner says they want to be alone, and then the soulmate relationship would just be like, cool, like, babe, like I honor the time where you want to spend by yourself. I honor your choices. I honor your path. And so that soulmate relationship, it's really kind of like in this deeper space. It comes from a spiritual maturity. Like it's hard to kind of like usually the relationships that we have throughout our life kind of prepare us for that soulmate relationship. And so again, the soulmate relationship is going to be a relationship that's going to be much more harmonious, much more like communication's there, compassion is there, wholeness is there, codependency is removed, and there's just like a lot of like intention and creativity, and there's like a deep connection. It can kind of feel as if it kind of like spans beyond lifetimes. And again, there may be twin flame relationships where you'll feel as if like, oh, like you look back on it and you're like, whoa, but I feel like I really had like a deep connection with that person. Maybe I felt like I knew them in a past life. That may be true. But just because that is the feeling doesn't mean that that person was like meant to be with you forever. It might have just been like an opportunity for you to be able to, again, see more of yourself through that reflection. For that relationship, for that twin flame relationship to spark you, to get you like flamed up, flame on, to get you ready, to teach you how to grow and also how to heal yourself. Like again, that's where like one of the most powerful things that you can say out of any growth and any opportunity, any relationship that we go through is this idea of say the phrase, thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me. If you want to heal your past, if you want to heal your heart, if you want to retrospectively kind of like restructure your relationship with your past relationships, if you want to restructure your relationship with your past relationships, look back on the relationships that were the most challenging for you and say in your mind, say in your heart, say with your spirit, thank you for helping me. And that may not make sense to you right away, but if you sit with that mantra and that phrase, eventually what you'll realize is like, oh wow, that relationship that I was in that like wasn't very healthy actually taught me a lot about how to discern and how to create boundaries and how to be able to build resilience and how to be able to persevere and how to be able to like pick myself back up again and how to love myself, right? So wherever there is like something that is kind of like infringing on kind of like our sovereignty, that in itself is teaching us how to be more sovereign as well, right? When we figure out what we don't want, we figure out what we do want. So look back on the past relationships, even the ones that were shitty, and say to yourself, you can say, thank you for helping me. And again, that's going to be something that will kind of like take a while to kind of sit with. And you don't have to say that. Like, there's going to be some stuff where you can just be like, nope, I don't want to thank it. And that's up to you. That's really up to you, because it depends on what lens you are seeing that through. But if you can see it from the idea that you can literally thank even your enemy, your mortal enemy, you know, like whoever, like the antithesis of your superhero, and you can say, thank you for helping me, that is an incredibly powerful step towards your healing. Because again, it's about being able to see yourself as them, to see yourself as consciousness in them, and again, to kind of like bless them, to kind of be like, I still hope, you know, I still hold the best for you. I still hold like the space for your growth as well. So again, that's all relatively speaking and everything, right? It's going to be different for everyone. Again, everything I'm saying, just take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates with you, cool, go with it. If it doesn't, you know, pick and choose your own adventure. That's how we go. But again, that's just from me sharing my own experience, my own little experience within this big dream. Yes, NZ Weather Now says, you learn more from challenges than easy rides in any aspects of life. Exactly, right? Like, what would you rather do? Just have an easy life and not grow, or to have those regular challenges along the way to help you level up, right? Again, it's like a video game. If you just move throughout the video game and you just like stay in level 1 the entire time, what's the point, right? So, yes, so much learning in challenging relationships. My son feels familiar from other lifetimes. Same with my wife. NZ says, Blake says, I stopped looking for a relationship and found out my hubby was my best friend. Thanks again, everyone, just for your comments, your support. I really appreciate everybody just hanging out, leaving your comments, getting your feedback, having a little bit of conversation. User NZ1, the one who originally asked the question, says, thank you. It had nothing to do with a relationship. Haven't been in a relationship since 2012. Yeah, and again, like anything I'm saying, like it's not like really specifically relative to a relationship. Like it can be anything, right? Like again, like any sort of like challenge, trauma, sadness, grief, like it's all gonna kind of like propel us towards similar directions of resilience, self-growth, love, you know. So, and finding new ways to like connect, you know, even in the experiences of like experiencing death. Like death is a very sacred experience, and death in itself is like such a powerful thing, and it's something that we can't escape, and it's something that we as humans ultimately all go through, you know. And then even still through the process of loss and grief, we also find new ways to connect. You know, we find new ways to kind of continue to like hold the connection, to hold the memory in a non-physical way. So again, sometimes I know people, they're just like, yeah, you know, a loved one, it's passed on, but I still have a relationship with them. There's still a relationship, and it's a non-physical relationship, but there's still a connection, right? They're with me in my dreams. They're with me in my heart. They whisper through my intuition. So very powerful. Saw some comments up here. Just want to be able to scroll through. Thank you again, everyone, for your awesome comments. Just scrolling like all the way up. I saw a comment from Marla. Where did that go? Is that like, it's good to acknowledge the uncomfortable emotions, and I agree that there must be a forward moving energy to learn the lesson. Exactly, yeah. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Know what you're working towards. All right, thanks again, everyone. Sweet. Okay, with that said, we are going to wrap up this broadcast. And let me just take another look here at the YouTube comments. Awesome. Thank you, Star Soul. Challenges create desire. Kayla, thank you for your comment. Kayla, I'm replying to your your email today, Kayla. That's like all my next thing to do. Awesome. Have patience. Step into your power. You know what to do. Oh, that was from earlier. Cool. Sweet. All right, team. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for adding your energy. Again, if you are around tonight, join in for our full moon party, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're a leading member, let me know in the chat if you want to join on air. That's very, very important. So let me know in the chat ahead of time if you plan on joining on air. So within our team chat, be like, yo, I plan to be there. And even just let me know if you have like any poetry, music, things you want to share, especially if you're a new leading member. That way, so we can just kind of like familiarize ourselves and get ourselves ready. So again, that's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard tonight through my YouTube channel. And again, for those of you who may be new, thank you so much for joining in. Friday will be our special meditation. So that's when we like gather around at the tree as the light guardians, and we use our chakra practice to be able to send out powerful intentions into the grid. Again, if you are tuned in for that, I invite you to even like show up in your costumes, show up in like your activated avatar gear, bring your crystals, whatever you got to do. And yeah, please feel free to invite a friend to the broadcast, this broadcast, tomorrow's broadcast, tonight's broadcast. And again, the team chat is through my profile link. So if you're in TikTok, the team chat is through my profile link. It is a Discord server. You can download the app or access through desktop. And you can also, again, support on Patreon. So again, if you enjoy these broadcasts, I really want you to even just sit with that feeling, sit with that feeling. Like, how would it feel for me to be able to sign up for the Patreon? Like, how would that feel for you? Because again, if you're in a position where you can support financially to do that, I highly invite you to do that. Because again, that's going to allow you to kind of like deepen your connection. It's going to be an energetic signature for you to be able to be like, yo, this is something that I care about. This is something important to me, and see it as a way for you to invest in yourself as well. And again, just be able to honor the value that we are pouring into these broadcasts. So again, I do this because I love it, and I do this because the community, our support, makes it possible. This is my job. And you guys help make it possible. So thank you. I'm doing this work for you. I'm doing this work for the team. I'm doing this work for the collective. So thank you again, everyone, for your support. And yeah, it's always an honor to be able to share space. And if you do have any questions, please feel free. You can send me a direct message through Instagram, or even just join the team chat as well. So with that said, wishing you an awesome day, happy full moon vibes. Carry this vibration with you out into the rest of your day. Carry this momentum into your further task. Sending you so much love. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Thank you again, everyone. As always, keep it shifty. Much love, and I will see you in the future. Until next time. Thanks, TikTok. See you soon. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook.